Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another meal prep video. So today is another meal prep that is super simple but yet super delicious. So I like to prepare meals that are not going to make you spend a ton of time in the kitchen, but yet they are going to be absolutely satisfying for yourself and your family. I am a full-time working mom and I'm just a busy gal. So let's jump in the kitchen and see what's cooking for this week. All right, so I'm just gonna start off by preparing some of my vegetables for the week. I'm not gonna prepare all of them, I'm just gonna prepare some of them. I'm gonna cut up my celery and get it all cleaned up. Clean up my romaine lettuce and chop it up for salads. You saw that I already threw my tomatoes in there. And I'm gonna cut up the rest of these Brussels sprouts and get those cleaned up because I'm just gonna go ahead and cook those up. We're gonna be making almond flour biscuits. I have not tried these yet, but I am super stoked to try these because they sound amazing. And it's a whole 5 ingredients. What? You're gonna put in there 2 cups of almond flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, a half a teaspoon of salt, I'm just gonna stir this up a little bit. All right, so I measured out 1/3 cup of butter and I'm just gonna melt this. And then I threw 2 eggs in a bowl and I'm just going to mix them in here before I put them into the dry mixture. All right, so our butter is melted. I'm gonna dump our butter in. I'm gonna give that a little stir. Now I'm gonna throw in our eggs. I'm just gonna stir all this up.
They actually smell like biscuits, y'all.
All right, so that's what our batter looks like, and it's supposed to make 12 biscuits. So I already preheated my oven to 350 degrees and I lined my baking sheet with parchment paper so it doesn't stick. And now I'm just gonna start scooping these out onto my cooking pan here, and I'm going to try to make 12 biscuits out of this. All right, y'all, here's our biscuits. I'm gonna throw these in the oven again at 350 degrees for around 15 minutes or until firm and golden brown. All right, y'all, the biscuits are done, and let me just tell you, they look bomb. They smell just like biscuits. So I am super excited to try these, and I hope that they taste just as good as they smell, because let me just tell you, like I said, they freaking smell bomb. So I'm gonna let these cool and I'm gonna put these away. All right, now I'm just gonna boil some eggs for the week, and I'm gonna do it here in my Instant Pot, and I think I'm gonna boil 8 eggs. So in the bottom here, I already have 1 cup of water, and now I'm just gonna set my 8 eggs inside here. So my 8 eggs are in there. Now I'm just gonna pop on the lid. I'm gonna put this on sealing. Then we're just gonna come down here. All we're gonna do is press egg, and that's literally all we're gonna do, and we're gonna let those cook. After they cook for 5 minutes, we're gonna let it do a natural release for 5 minutes, and then we're gonna throw them in an ice bath for 5 minutes. All right, so our eggs are done. I'm just going to finish releasing the pressure. So I'm just gonna pop off the lid. Oh no. Not sure what happened, but some of my eggs exploded, which I've never had that happen in my Instapot, but we're gonna roll with it. It's okay. Now I'm just gonna sit in this ice bath for about 5 minutes. I think the ones that cracked, I'll just make like an egg salad or something with. All right, y'all, so I'm also gonna cook up these chicken thighs in my electric skillet. So I'm gonna throw these in the electric skillet, season these guys up, and then we'll have chicken for the week. All right, yeah, I got the chicken thighs in the pan, and I'm just gonna throw some of this garlic salt on there, and a little bit of black pepper. I'm just gonna pop the lid on there and let those cook. Then over here in my crock pot, I am going to get a pork roast going. I'm just gonna make this super simple. I'm just going to throw in about a cup of beef bone broth and some seasonings, and I'm just gonna let this stinker cook all night long. All right, so I'm gonna throw in about a cup of beef bone broth, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, oregano, garlic powder, and some onion powder. I'm just gonna pop the lid on here, and I'm just gonna turn this on low and let this stinker cook all night long. All right, y'all, so this is the easiest meal prep ever. So I literally took some pork ribs, cut them in thirds, threw them in my crock pot, and now I'm just going to throw about half of this bottle of Walden Farms honey barbecue sauce in there, and that's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna let this cook on low all night long. And that is what you call some easy meal prep. So that's about half of that bottle. I'm just gonna let these cook, like I said, all night long on low. All right, so this next recipe is gonna kind of be like a loaded cauliflower, except it's going to be cauliflower and spinach. So I will link the original recipe down below, but I'm not going to do it exactly the way that it says. I'm gonna add different things to it than what it tells us to. But for now, I'm going to start with 1 bag of cauliflower rice, 1 bag of chopped spinach, and then I'm gonna go from there. If it looks like I need another bag of cauliflower rice, I have another one here that I have not steamed yet, so I'm gonna play that one by ear as I go. But this one here and the spinach is already steamed and ready to go. All right, so I have my cauliflower rice and I have my spinach in there. Now I'm just gonna throw in a good chunk of cream cheese, a little bit of sour cream. This is almost gone, so I'm just gonna use the rest. I'm gonna throw in there some chopped onions, some black pepper, some salt, and some shredded cheese. I'm just gonna mix this up and then I'll see if I want to add another bag of cauliflower rice. All right, so I think that that is good. I am not gonna add another bag of cauliflower rice. I am going to put this in my dish here. Now I'm just gonna add a little cheese to the top of this. So I'm gonna bake this at 350 degrees for around 20 minutes. All right, since we have our oven preheated to 350 degrees, I might as well kill two birds with one stone and prepare some bacon for the week as well. So I think I'm going to do that. Again, the key to meal prepping is multitasking. So we got our bacon in there, we have our loaded cauliflower spinach casserole. I just finished up my eggs and put them in a bag, and I shelled a couple of them for Oscar for his breakfast. Finishing up the chicken in here. We have the pork roast in there. And again, this is why I love crock pots, because they make my life so much better. So our chicken is done and cooled off, so I'm gonna throw this in the fridge. So I think our loaded cauliflower spinach is done, and it looks and smells delicious. Our bacon is done as well. I think I'm gonna throw this on a plate with a napkin to soak up a little bit of that grease. And then I'm gonna throw it in the fridge so that way whoever wants bacon for the week has bacon. So in this pan here, I just have some grass-fed butter and a pretty good amount of garlic, and I'm just going to fry up the Brussels sprouts, and then I'm going to put a little bacon in there as well. All right, I think I'm going to add the Brussels sprouts in there. I'm going to throw in some black pepper and some salt. All right, so our bacon and Brussels sprouts are done. As you can see, I crumbled up some bacon pieces in there. It's just the bacon that I already prepared. And again, I just crumbled up a couple of pieces and threw it in there, and this is absolutely delicious. This is one of my favorite side dishes. All right, y'all, so the next thing I'm gonna make is chocolate cupcakes with peanut butter frosting. So I'm gonna throw all the wet ingredients in this small bowl and mix it up, and then I'll throw the dry ingredients in this bowl here, and then I'll mix them together. But let me just start with the eggs. 2 eggs, 1.5 teaspoons of liquid stevia, half a teaspoon of vanilla. I'm just gonna whisk this a little bit. Now I'm gonna take 2 tablespoons of butter that I already melted and it has cooled a little bit, and I'm gonna throw it in here. And then I'm just gonna whisk this up again. Then I'm just gonna set that to the side, and then I'm going to get our bowl that's a little bit bigger. So in this bowl, I'm gonna throw in 1/2 cup of coconut flour, 1/4 cup of cocoa powder, just a pinch of salt, and 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. I'm just gonna mix this together. Now I'm gonna add our wet ingredients. Along with 3/4 cup of milk. I'm using coconut milk. You can use almond milk or whatever kind of milk you guys want to use. And now I'm just going to stir all this up. All right, so that's what our batter looks like. And I already lined my cupcake pan with 6 liners because this makes 6 cupcakes. And I am going to spray my liners because I'm pretty sure these are going to stick. I think I have 2 there. Yes, I do. So I'm just gonna give these a spray, and I'm gonna be pretty generous. That's the last thing you want is your cupcakes to stick. And then I'm just gonna fill each one of the liners with a little bit of this cupcake mix. So there's our cupcakes. We're supposed to bake these for 18 to 20 minutes or until your toothpick comes out clean. So my oven is again preheated to 350, so I'm gonna throw these guys in there and hopefully they turn out. All right, so while the cupcakes cool, I am going to make the frosting. And again, it's gonna be a peanut butter frosting. So I'm gonna throw in an entire block of cream cheese or 8 ounces of cream cheese. I'm gonna throw that in there. Then I'm gonna throw in 8 tablespoons of this peanut butter powder. And then 1 teaspoon of liquid stevia. Now I'm just gonna go in with my hand mixer and I'm gonna mix this up, and we may have to add a little bit of water, but we'll play that one by ear. All right, y'all, there is our cream cheese peanut butter frosting, and I tasted this and it is delicious. So as soon as the cupcakes come out of the oven, I'm gonna let them cool and I will frost those guys and I'll show you what they look like. Oh, and I don't wanna forget to tell you, I ended up adding 2.5 tablespoons of water. And I feel like it's still a little bit thick, but I feel like the consistency is gonna be perfect for the cupcakes. All right, y'all, so the cupcakes are done. These bad boys smell so good. But I'm gonna let these cool very well before I attempt to frost them. So I'm gonna let them sit here for quite a while. All right, y'all, I think these are definitely cool enough to start frosting. So I'm just gonna frosting these up and I'm gonna throw them in this container. Oh my golly, you guys. Look how delicious those look. Oh my goodness. And let me just tell you, I did a little taste test on the icing, and the icing is bomb. All right, so the reason why I made cupcakes, I usually make something a little more simple, like keto cookies or something like that. But it's my son's birthday, so that's why I made cupcakes, and this is going to be an amazing little birthday treat. All right, y'all, so that concludes my meal prep for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope it gives you some ideas that you can make for you and your family. And I hope you are able to try some of those recipes. And honestly, I hope you enjoy them as much as we do. So for today, that is all I have for you guys. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and if you subscribe to my channel, don't forget to tap that bell so you can get notified whenever I upload a new video. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you guys, and don't forget to go out there and make today even better than yesterday, and I will talk to you in my next video.